Hello, beer tubers, and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the Master of Profits, today joined by
Tobias, Mayor of Macros.
Yes, checking out some more hype barrel-aged Imperial Stout courtesy of our good friend Nate, aka Nathan Ryerson, Behind the Bar Beer Reviews. If you don't know his channel, check it out. Nate doesn't do videos as often anymore, but he still does once in a while, and he's got like one of the biggest collections of reviews of really hype beers. And he hooked us up with some really awesome stuff. We cracked one of the beers already, which was Maman from Perennial, which was, it was so good. And now we're cracking another beer from Perennial that's also supposed to be so good. Basically, people are saying this is Maman with a Maman with vanilla. This is the Perennial Société Du Chêne member bottle from 2020. 15.2% barrel-aged Imperial Stout in various different Heaven Hill barrels. Blended together, and then conditioned on vanilla beans. And they did a whole membership thing where members voted on what blends they like the most in some kind of tasting, and then this is what won.
But has anything ever gotten worse by putting vanilla beans in?
No, and by blending and aging in different barrels and all that. It says here that it was aged 19 to 24 months. That's a long time.
That's a very long time, actually.
But that's what, Perennial... Yeah. When Corey was working at Perennial, that was what he was doing, and he's transferred it into... I'm just a total fanboy. It's crazy, and I haven't had that much of their beer, but... call me a fanboy. I fucking love that brewery. I also fucking love Perennial. We've had a lot of Abraxas over the years.
Yeah.
It's had a bit of a dip, but...
We need to pop barrels of Abraxas at the carnivals you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that.
We have to.
We'll do that. That's in 2 weeks. Because Nate also sent fucking barrel-aged Abraxas. But yeah, but this is not about Abraxas, it's about the CDC member bottle. People calling it CDC Maman. 15.2%. It looks crazy. When this poured out, thick and gloopy. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful, really black beer.
Motor oil.
Not a lot of head, but what's there is like nice and tan looking. Do you want to dig your nose into this?
I absolutely will.
Let's do it. Thanks, Nate. Fuck. Man, this smells like pure bourbon vanilla. This smells like what I wanted Fundamental Forces to be.
Yeah.
Brett and I had that
pure bourbon goodness.
And so much vanilla bean and vanilla frosting, like pure, rich, real vanilla. Vanilla pot, skin seeds. It's fun. I've seen a few friends at this in tastings where they've also had other like really hype stouts, and they give this they still give it like at least 4.5s, but it's just like it's crazy to see like when you don't drink beers of this level often, there's beers beyond these levels as well, because it's just this smells instantly like a world-class beer.
Yeah.
So much thick, rich brownie batter and maple and bourbon goodness. Like, man, what do you pick
pastry beer as it really should be.
I don't think necessarily pastry.
No, but brownie batter.
I know.
That's still somewhat pastry.
It is, but it doesn't, what I associate with pastry is fake flavor.
Yeah.
It just smells like adjunct stout, like back in the day. Like, when you had a Abraxas or Mexican cake for the first time. It had the real deal in it, and it wasn't necessarily a sweet, whatever, just not thinking of base or just extract-ridden stout. The base is crazy. I think there's also, there's definitely also roasted malt. There's a bit like umami, and it's not just all sweet.
It's not. I'm thinking, I'm getting like a coffee mousse.
Yeah.
Coffee dessert.
Yeah, I see that. A coffee mousse, I think that's a really good tasting note. Fuck, it's like almost like you drenched coffee mousse in bourbon and just like a vanilla frosting or something. Yeah. It smells so
absolutely crazy.
Fucking good. I can feel talking. My saliva is pouring out the sides of my cheeks.
Absolutely crazy.
Should we do it?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Nate, you are a champ. Cheers. Wow, there's a lot of vanilla. Huge bourbon.
Oh, that's
damn
fucking crazy.
Like it really. We just had Maman a week ago. Brett and I. It tasted so much like that. Maybe not exactly. It tastes so much like that just with vanilla.
Yeah.
Huge, rich, fudgy barrel character.
And some
So much
roast.
Yeah.
Roast, like dark chocolate, bitter dark chocolate. I'm also picking up, but backed up by that sweet vanilla. It's absolutely amazing.
So much vanilla frosting.
Yeah.
And like, I think, like if you the brownie batter thing in beer barrel time is like even more intense. And we kept talking about that beer. I don't want to talk too much about it in this video as well, just because it's just more richer and denser. But that being said, that shouldn't diminish this beer or either Maman, because those are also world class barrel aged stouts. If you had these, you'd be stoked to try them. I can see some people maybe thinking it's a bit warm.
I love when it's warm.
Yeah, yeah.
It's fucking aged in bourbon barrels.
Yeah.
Have you had a shot of bourbon before? I have some bourbon in the cabinet over there. It's warm. The only thing you can really hide that with is more sweetness, and I don't think this needs more sweetness.
Absolutely
It's
not.
sweet,
Nope.
but it's not cooling at all. It's like with Maman, it's oddly drinkable for this time a 15% stout.
Yeah. But I was just about to say it has some. You can definitely taste that there's some spirits in here. It has a warming sensation, but it's not in any way as you sometimes have in a stout where it goes all the way to getting boozy.
No.
You can feel the warmth. It tastes like bourbon, but in the absolute best way possible.
It's like a spirit. It's not like
Yeah.
sharp booze. Like it's not like having a shot of Everclear or whatever high proof spirit you have in your country. In Denmark, we don't really have any
Schnapps.
schnapps. Because that can be pretty boozy, especially if you were unlucky to get the bottles that were really cheap from whatever company that makes label schnapps to Netto, and you got fucked. That happened a year here, where they were 90% by accident, and we had that at a Christmas party, and none of us remember what happened. We just got fucked. It was called Gulden and Klar Snaps. That was just the brand name.
Yeah.
Golden and Clear Snaps. But whatever. That's boozy.
For sure.
This is not, a booze train. This is a huge vanilla bomb. And it's really like that crazy vanilla frosting flavor. But there is also, I think, a depth of vanilla bean. It has like that almost dark fruity flavor or the pod. Because vanilla isn't all that sweet kind of frosting like vanilla ice cream flavor. Actual vanilla also has like a bit of dark fruit and like slightly leathery kind of like vibes. Which I'm totally picking up on here.
And on the aftertaste, it actually, you still have the vanilla lingering, you have like a little bit of roast, maybe some dark fruits, but it actually dries out a little bit, which makes it very drinkable, I would say.
I think that's the case with Maman too. Because it also dries out a bit, making it really drinkable. Huge, like, fucking brownie batter flavor too.
Yeah.
Like, really
Crazy
dense,
dark
chocolatey, dark chocolate, but also like a bit of baker's chocolate. It has a bit like tobacco, char, smoke. Like we kind of talked about with both this and Maman and Beer Barrel Time, it seems like it's Goose Island, Bourbon County taken into the modern world. It's like just taking that beer and making it even crazier and perfecting it even more and even richer and,
Dialing
like,
everything up to 11.
Man, it's so awesome you send these kind of beer states. It's they're meant for sharing. We're sharing with friends, and they're just so good. And I totally get why people get nuts over this stuff. Like, it's really good. I will say I don't necessarily like this more or less than the non-vanilla version. I just feel like it has more amplified vanilla notes, but that sacrifices maybe a bit of the chocolatey, tobacco, slightly dark fruity depth to the base. There's still that here, and there's like tons of that caramel and a bit of that almondy, marzipan-y bourbon flavor in it as well, and the huge, as you talk about, candy bourbon.
Candy bourbon, for sure.
It's all over this beer as well. So I'm gonna score this a 97 like I did Maman. I think it's world class barrel aged stout. Fucking great. It just contains lactose. I don't necessarily pick up on that, but it's really damn good. World class.
I'm on the exact same level, 97. Absolutely phenomenal beer. And I don't really know what could have been done better, but yeah.
It's just
It's good. It's very good.
yeah. It's world class. Hot train choo choo. Man, Nate, you're spoiling us with these beers. I'm so stoked to try the others. It's gonna be fun. We have, he also sent an Abasis, and then we have Abraxas bourbon barrel aged, and then I got some myself, but of Ambiente from Shared, which is side project, if you could say it like that. But yeah, phenomenal. Nate, you're the man. We can't thank you enough. This is so fun to try these things, especially when there are this just, gets you back into kind of trading mindset and whatnot, because it just, you remember, why did I hunt these beers? Because they are so fucking good. Wow. Great. What do you think, Brett?
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't say it's better or worse than Maman.
It's just a more vanilla
preference.
It is. It's just a more vanilla Maman, really.
Yeah.
It's similar profile. It's fucking great. Drinking Maman and this within a week of each other is fucking great.
That's very spoiled.
Spoiled beer geeks. I love it. Man, I love to geek out about this good shit. So, yeah, if you guys were lucky enough to try Perennial's Société Du Chêne member bottle from 2020, let us know. Trade for it? Heck yeah. I definitely would rather drink this than beer geek observation or fundamental observation or fundamental forces, if we talk fairly well known vanilla beers. But it's also hard to compare because they're also not aged, I think, for that long in barrels and whatnot. Those are also fucking great beers. But when you get into the 95 plus world class territory, everything is fucking great anyways, right?
It is do trade territory.
Yeah, it is. So if you guys were lucky enough to try this, let us know. As always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And check out Nate's channel if you haven't already. Link for it is down below. And thanks a ton again to Nate for the beer. And we're going to say cheers. And see you guys in another beer review.